Everybody, welcome to today's edition of Security Insights with BOSINDELIVE. Okay, now don't forget to make sure you follow our page on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube page at BOSINDELIVE. Okay, BOSINDELIVE, as you can see on your screen, you can just do what you got to do. Have you written the title, Security Insights with BOSINDELIVE? I've written the title. We're looking at the Benue killings. Have you put that up? Okay, fine. So, we are looking at Benue killings today. And what are we looking at when we say we are looking at Benue killings? One of the things we are looking at is who is responsible, why the killing, what is the governor doing, what is the police doing, what is the community doing, what is the presidency doing, and what is the lasting solution, and who can implement this solution. These are the things we're going to be looking at today on Security Insight with Bosinde. So we would like to understand these things. But before then, there are some questions we had last week, and I would like to answer those questions as they are read out to me. Okay, Mr. Gaze.
Okay. First question I have here is that, is it true that the NPF is going to recruit the ASP cadets this year?
Okay, there are speculations currently within the Nigerian police force that they will be recruiting the ASP cadet this year. But we are not very sure whether that will happen. However, it depends on the approval of the Police Service Commission. First of all, the recruitment of cadets ASP and above, cadet ASP, is not done by the Nigerian police force. Yes, they are police officers, but their recruitment is not done by the Nigerian police force. Their recruitment is done by the Police Service Commission. That is also why the IG cannot sack a police ASP. You know, he can only sack inspector and rank and file. Those are the ones he employed by himself. But the police ASPs, the IG cannot sack them. The reason is because they are not employed by the IG. They are employed by the Police Service Commission. Yes, they are under the IG, but they are employed by the Service Commission. So, but however, that recruitment was halted because the police noticed that a lot of their current inspector has become ASP. And there were too many ASPs in the force coming from the inspector rank, both cadets as well as officers that have served for long with experience that became ASP. So he thought it wise that there will not be need to be bringing in cadet ASP. Why not just make good use of these ASPs we have and focus on employing its constable so that we can grow the strength of the force? That's one. Also, you know that the police has a university, the police college, which is a university where people go to study normally and graduate and join the Nigerian police force, just like the NDA. So that college every year also graduates ASPs, you know. So bringing in this other ASP cadet recruitment is more like a waste of resource for me. Positions and be able to operate. So I think that's why it was snubbed. But as for the rumor, you can never be sure until there is a publication from the Police Service Commission that they are going to, they are employing cadets. It's not the police that will give you that information properly. It's the Police Service Commission that will give you that information, not the police. So, what other question do we have now? Okay, that is the only question we have this week. So, we'll be delving into our discussion for the week, which is the killings in Benue State. The killings in Benue State. Feel free to drop your questions. Feel free to drop your contribution. If they are very wonderful, we can even call you in onto the show. And also, don't forget to send in your gifts. Don't forget to drop in your gift for us. Don't forget to send your diamonds and all those things, right? So that we can be able to get certain things also going. Now, the killings in Benue. Let's look at who is responsible. That's a big question we're going to type down there for them. Please type it. Who is responsible? Who is responsible for the killings in Benue? Who is responsible? It's a very big question. Now, we are hearing that it is the herdsmen that are attacking farmers. Herdsmen herders are the ones attacking in Benue State. That's what we are hearing. It is not Boko Haram. It is not militant. It is not any other set of resistance. It's not IPOB. It is herders. That's what we're hearing, that the herders are the ones responsible for this attack. So let's take a dive now. First of all, we're going to look at it this way. Nigeria has currently 4 groups, 4 very strong, if not 5. Though there are many, but the one that everybody knows currently in Nigeria, I think a couple of groups that are armed. Number 1, you have the Boko Haram insurgents. Number 2, now you have these herders. And then you have the IPOB number 3, and then you have the militants number 4. And then in the West, I've forgotten their name, you also have some persons in the West. But the point is that all these people for now are groups that the Nigerian government is currently trying to ensure that their activities does not go further than it already is. While, but when you look at the issue of, I don't know how to put it. When you look at the issue of these herders, you realize that the herders are known to be cattle rearers who move pastorally, from one place to another with their cows, mostly cows, and then try to feed their cow in a bid to grow their cow, So these people have been reported to be carrying out serious and various attacks, all over the country. So my point is this. These people are known to be training cows with the interest of selling them to also that they are killing them, you understand, to eat. You understand? So I begin to marry the attacks from herders and all of that. Yes, I believe that 1 or 2 people who are into this cow business may have been attacking people, because there has been reports where they are seen with AK-47 in the forest and bush, There are so many reports like that in Delta State, in River State, in Edo State, and of course, Eastern States, Abia, Imo, so many places like that, and of course in the North is rampant. But the point is, are all these attacks really herders? Are these attacks all herders? Because if these attacks are all herders alone, where are they getting the AK-47 from? Where are the herdsmen getting the AK-47 from? I understand that our borders are porous, but I also know that the AK-47 is very expensive. It's a very expensive weapon. So where are they getting it from? Where are they getting the AK-47 from? That's the point. Where are they getting it from? Because you see, AK-47 is not just a weapon you see on the street to pick. This is not currently yet a full-blown war zone. So where are they getting all this weapon from? That's my concern. Where are they getting it from? This is one major thing we should look at. If you say the herders are responsible and they attack people with all these weapons, where are they getting these weapons from? That is 1. 2, this is not the first time they are attacking people in Benue. So if this is not the first time, how come there was an opportunity for them to still carry out this attack? This is the things we should be looking at. So if we are saying the herders are responsible, now why? The next one now is this. Why are the herders killing people? Why are they killing people? Have we ever thought to say, why are the herders killing people? Why are the herders killing people? People, let's say you are training cow, you want to sell, people that will still buy this cow and eat. So what is the exact reason why the herders are killing people? That's one thing I want us to look at. The herders killing people, what is the reason? Could it be that maybe their cow want to feed and the people are depriving their cows from feeding? Or could it be that their cow want to feed on people's farm and people are depriving them? Or could it be that the herders are not really herders, but criminals in disguise as herders? Criminal robbing people's farm of their farm produce. Robbing people's farm of their farm produce. Criminals involved in organ harvesting. Criminal involved in killing and kidnapping of innocent victims unaware. Probably they choose the farmlands to make it look so heinous. Have we reasoned this? Criminals involved in kidnapping, but under the disguise of headers. Or could it be that this whole headers killings is aimed at plunging Nigeria into a state of chaos? Could it be the northern way of revolting against the hand of the President Tinubu current government? Could it be that the north is invading the south in the name of headers, gradually starting from the middle belt and other parts? Or could it just be a coincidence? Or could it be Nigerians across the border that have smuggled themselves through all the porous borders in the north? And maybe because they speak Fulani, they have planted themselves and then now pretending to be one of us. So I want to know all these things. I want answers to all these things. Because I have not seen any other reason for the Benue killing other than political reasoning. This is my take. For me, the killings in the Benue is highly political. It's not a random killing. It's not random where people just wake up and then begin to look for blood. No. The killing is political. Yes, there has been headers attack before the government of President Tinubu. But those headers attack are in different locations and for different reasons. Let me give you an example. Now, in the Middle Belt, most times we have headers attacks. And these attacks happen between them and farmers. And mostly because crops are missing. Farmlands are destroyed by cows. That's what we are aware of. We've seen pictures, we've seen the news. And then because of cow, these people can carry gun and come and kill people. But I don't think it is. I think there is a political reason behind this within the locality. I think these things don't just happen a day. I think these people have been breeding this thing for long. And they are just carrying it out now. I think the headers are getting this entitlement mentality that Nigeria is theirs. And so they have the right to take what they want. I think that's just a simple reason for human life to be lost. This is Nigeria, is our land, and we have rights to take what we want, to do what we want, how we want it. And if you refuse, we are going to kill you. I believe that is the whole scenario we see here today. Now, if that be the case now, I want to ask a question. What is the governor of Benue doing about it? I saw a video by the new Pope praying and condemning the killing in Benue. That is not enough. It's shameful enough that the Nigerian governors are not chief security officers at all. If you follow my page and you go to some of the videos I've posted, you will see that I posted it live and clear that the Nigerian governors are not chief security officers. They are chief financial officers, but they are not chief security officers at all. Because no governor in Nigeria controls one gun, so they are not chief security officers. They are mere chief financial officers of the state. So governors are CFOs, chief financial officer of the state. They are not chief security officers. They are not CSOs. They are CFOs. I'm telling you the truth. Because no governor in Nigeria has security power. Take it or leave it. None of them has security power. So they can't be chief security officers. They don't have security power. Now, let me continue. Having established that now, it's important for the governor of that state called Benue to do something. You were elected a governor based on public trust. I don't care about your political party. It's not my business. You were elected a governor based on public trust. And I want you to step up and become that governor that you were elected for. Protect the people of Benue. That's your job. That's your job as a governor. I want to know what the governor is doing. I want to know what moves has he taken. What level of consultation has the governor done? Who has the governor consulted? What is the outcome of these consultations? What is the immediate solution to the current situation? What is the long-term plan to ensure this doesn't happen again? This is what the governor should be doing. And these plans will not be covertly done. As he's doing them, he has to carry the people along, even if not in detail. Because the people have lost confidence. They have lost confidence. The attack is too much. They have lost confidence. So the governor needs to do something. It's not about using the opportunity to just be an international sensation when people know you as a state governor in Nigeria where your state is being attacked and people are being killed and there is nothing you can do. That's not a good resume for you. So the governor has to update the people on what he's doing. And it's very, very important that the governor does that immediately and soonest. My humble advice. What is the police doing? See, the Nigerian police force is the lead internal security agency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And as such, every internal security issues is publicly under the Commissioner of Police of that state and the Inspector General of Police of the Federation. That is the truth. So, if that is the case, it invariably means that at the state level, the commissioners of police are the chief operational security officers of that state. The only challenge they have is that they need the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, which is the governor for me, to act, to support them, for them to perform their duty well. But the question remains that the police is a federal agency. The governor has little or no control. He has no control over them, but he can give order by constitution. But of course, if Abuja counters his order, there is nothing the police can do. The point is this: what is the police doing? People have been reminded. Have we gotten confessions? How are you assuring the people of their safety? On the immediate term, what is the police doing? What steps have they taken to ensure that there is no attack like this again? What steps are they in the short term? What are their short-term plan and what are their long-term plan to ensure Benue State is secured? What is the police doing? What is Commissioner of Police doing? I see they have reminded a couple of persons in Benue State, headers, with regards and in line with the killings, that a lot of headers has been reminded. Reminding them is not the answer. You remind them today, tomorrow you are going to release them. Because if you do not have any evidence that they are linked to the crime, you are going to release them. And even in most cases, even with evidence, I don't know how this will still find their way away one way or the other. Well, at that point, to blame the court. But the point is, it's very, very important that the police do something. Now, what is the community doing? Like I teach people in Security Bridge on radio every time, I tell them that members of the public, the citizens, you are your first security. You are your first security. So if you are your first security, what steps are you taking? What steps are you taking? That's very important. What steps are you taking to ensure your own personal security? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you all these things later. You, the community, need to know, take a short-term and a long-term step to avoid all these things. However, when I start talking about the challenges, I'll go through all these things again and I'll give you the challenges, okay? Now, of course, the presidency, what are they doing? Are they deploying the military? If they are deploying the military, at what level? What level of intelligence will the military be assessed to through the Defense Intelligence Agency? What level of defense intelligence will be involved? You understand me? And how do they plan to carry out the operation? Is the operation aimed at settling the issue, or is the operation aimed at attacking and sourcing and arresting the culprits, or is the federal government interested in ensuring that the IDP camps are well maintained and the people are maybe reintegrated to society? I want to know what's the role of the federal government in this Benue massacre. Also, what is the lasting solution to this, and who can implement that solution? What is the lasting solution to this? I'm asking, what is the lasting solution to this? Okay, it's simple. What is the lasting solution? Very, very simple. Number one, you must look at the challenges. With regards to who is responsible, the challenge there is that we need the security agencies to come on board and publicly announce who they are suspecting as responsible for these actions. That will give the people confidence. If that is done, the people will have confidence in the authorities' interest and willpower to pursue and ensure justice. Also, when you look at why the killing, you will find out that there are some challenges. This killing is based on personal, individual feeling and test. That is how this killing is based on. Individual test. Personal individuals. This is not a killing for any cause. These people are not killing for any cause at all. If the Boko Haram say they are fighting for a caliphate, they want to set up their own caliphate, that's a cause, in as much as we are not in support, but it's a cause. If the militant in Niger Delta say they are fighting for the control of the oil pipeline and the resources, that's a cause. If the indigenous people of Biafra say they are fighting for their own country, that is a cause. What is the headsmen fighting for? Are they fighting for a cow country, or are they fighting to maintain cow resource, Or are they fighting to maintain cow caliphate? Or are they fighting against cow Western education? There is no cause for the headers. So the killing is senseless. So at this point, I expect the following to be done. I expect the governor of Benue State to publicly not just condemn this, but be seen as taking the following step. Number one, assemble a private intelligence activity for your office. For your office. Not the police, not the DSS, not the army. You as the governor, you must have a personal way of communicating with the people. So build your own personal intelligence. Build your own personal intelligence system that will be able to feed you with proper and timely intelligence on what is going on in Benue State as the governor there. If you don't know how to do it, contact us. We are going to set it up for you. Build an intelligence community for yourself as the governor. Ensure that you get security reports outside of the security agencies. Their report for you is official. But if you can build on your own intelligence, because one, these things are regular here. So I need you to build your own intelligence. Build your own intelligence community. And when you get your own intelligence community, then use that community now to get actionable intelligence. I believe, and I don't know, but Benue should have a police formation that is assigned to it, just like Bayelsa State has the Operation Duakbo, Rivers State has Operation Steam, Anambra has Operation Mochako, something like that, and various states, Lagos has the RORS, and then so many states has their own special police from the Nigerian Police Force. Get your own like that. Build your own intelligence, give them actionable intelligence, and let the operations be carried out on a cum level, and rid your state from all this rubbish. Except there is a reason you don't want to also do that. That's the truth. The only way the governor can settle this issue is to build his own intelligence agency. When you build your own intelligence agency, you will find out that all this matter, you will receive information before it happens, how it happened. And to do that, spend that your security vote. Spend that security vote. Use it well to secure Benue State. Spend that security vote. Also, as for the police has the SIB, the State Intelligence Bureau in Benue State. The AC in charge of that place, now they have a stand commissioner of police running it, so it's not a small office, it's a very big office. The governor of Benue State should invite the commissioner of police and the assistant commissioner of police in charge of State Intelligence Bureau, Benue State, SIB Benue State. The commissioner of police should invite these two people and have an operational plan, so that the SIB, OC officer in charge of SIB in that state, will be able to run proper intelligence gathering, utilizing all his operatives in all the local government, nooks and crannies of Benue State, to gather information, get timely and credible information. But for that to happen, he needs to be mobilized properly with funding. Governor of Benue State, release money, give to the ACP, the Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of the SIB in your state. Release money to him. Don't release it through the Commissioner of Police. Release it directly to him. Let him bring a requirement list of what he needs. Release the money for him. Let him pay personnel, pay informants. I'm talking of hundreds of millions. Release money to him to do this job. Then get the police operations on standby, that every credible intelligence that has been analyzed by the SIB brought, the operations department will be hitting it hard. You talk to the Commissioner of Police, that's how I think you should work. The operations department, the B department in the command of that Benue State, set up a special team ready for action. Pay them excessively allowance. Make them feel, pay them more than anybody can bribe them. That's the truth, because right now we're on red alert. And get the SIB to do this job. And as the intelligence are coming with your own personal intelligence, you verify the SIB intelligence. Or sometimes you even give him the intelligence and you plan and you people strike. That's what I think the police should be doing. That's what I think should be happening in Benue State right now. Very seriously, actively happening. If you do this in 1 month, we may not hear news that you have arrested anybody, because people may not be arrested. But operations will be going on, because the people will be going to where they are supposed to go. But at the end of the day, you will rid your state of these kind of things. See, some governors have achieved this before. Former Governor Rotimi Amechi, when he was in Rivers State government, he achieved this feat. He was able to chase criminality. He achieved it. He founded the C4I then, and he was able to achieve it. So, You must, as a matter of urgency, do these things. Now, what is the presidency doing? For me, I think that is the right place, if I am the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, at this moment, to declare state of emergency. I, Bosinde Araikpe, Security Relations Consultant, I call on the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, Mr. Ahmed Bola Tinubu, to declare a state of emergency in Benue State and appoint a military administrator immediately and tax them with sanitizing Benue State and getting Benue free from all sorts of criminal elements that we want to hold the state to ransom. That's what I'm saying. So if the president gets to hear this, please declare a state of emergency in Benue and let there be serious actions going on. Let there be military operation actively, very much active in Benue State. That is what I'm asking the president to do as an advice from a citizen. Please declare a state of emergency in Benue State. Because the truth is that the police in Benue is there. There's no proper intelligence until this happened. The governor of Benue State is there. There is no proper intelligence until this happened. So it is time for you to jump in and take over and declare state of emergency. The state of emergency that is declared in Rivers State, of course, we know is a political state of emergency. But the one in Rivers State is going to be a very serious state of emergency. And I urge you to declare it. That's not just all. Now, what is the lasting solution to this? The lasting solution to this challenge is that the people of Benue State, especially the governor, I call on the governor should fund the intelligence agency in Benue State very well and create his own intelligence agency. He should fund the DSS properly, he should fund the SIV properly, and he should properly set up a community-based intelligence agency in Benue State, whose aim will be to collate intelligence reports and forward to the appropriate authorities as necessary. And a strike team should be on the ground and in position to always go in on this. So the governor should be able to set that up. If he cannot, he should look for security consultants. We are available to set that kind of intelligence agency on in Benue State. We are that way now. Everybody in Benue State that will be part of that intelligence agency, they will have a proper covert training and other things, and they will be saddled with the responsibility of ensuring that they get information out. Now, these people are not all going to be good people, but you must get them on your side. That way, nothing happens without you being aware and taking action before it even happens. As a governor in that kind of place, you must be on your toes. Because even the government house may not be as protected as you think it is. So you must be on your toes. You must ensure that this does not repeat itself again. And those who have done this are brought to book. That's what's so great. In fact, if you're able to do that, you will guarantee yourself a second term. Well, the communities in Benue State, as you can see, this has happened to you. Nobody's protecting you. It's very obvious now that you are your own. What are you going to do? One other challenge I think these communities that are attacked has is that they are very rural. And you know, when you are very rural, you are somehow away from security. Because security presence will not be much in your community. And I saw the houses the way they were built. They are like these Somalian villages and this village, the Central African Republic, all those inside village that makes Africa look as if they are still in the medieval era or something. You understand? So I look at those kind of places and I'm surprised that they are even in Nigeria. So I know that's why security is very far from those kind of places. Places like this, community should set up a vigilante that should be armed with the permission of the Commissioner of Police in that state. Insist on having your own armed vigilantes there. And if you have your own armed vigilantes there, the only rule that the Commissioner of Police will give you some guiding rules before the approval. So you have your own vigilantes there. And this your vigilante has to be armed, but the arm must not move away from a certain geographical location, has to be determined by the Commissioner of Police. But get a proper vigilante that will be armed and secure yourself with the help of the police. Because the truth is spoken, no matter what we have said, nobody truly knows what is the cause of all this. At this point in time, I'd like to say, everybody here, we've gotten over 1,100 likes. Wow. So if we've gotten that much, like people should be able to send diamonds, sending your gifts, and ensure that we have gifts from you, diamonds from you. And you can also contribute to this program. You can pay into the NGO account and contribute to what we pay. We would like to visit Benue State to assess this situation on ground and probably seek audience with the governor, the commissioner of police, and the stakeholders there to consult with them on this issue of the massacre in Benue State. I need support to make such movements. I need people.